Hey guys, welcome to the studio. Hey Buster. You can't see. Here's Buster here. Excuse me here. But at any rate, let's talk about time management in this particular video. And I'm not talking about click tracks, and I'm not talking about metronomes or the band sticking together with their time. Excuse me here, I'm going to talk and pet my dog at the same time. But I want to talk about, as you, the engineer, how you efficiently handle the time in your sessions. I talked previously about running the sessions, and that the engineer really has a lot of unspoken power to be able to control the efficiency of the session, how the session moves along. And I think really, as you, as the studio owner / engineer, it's really up to you to make sure that these things run smoothly and to give the clients and your customers what they want. Now, let me give you a couple examples here. Suppose you have a new band coming to the studio. They've never recorded before, and I think it's very important that you give them some realistic expectations of what it takes to record a song. Don't let them think that if they want to record 4 or 5 of their pop songs at 4 minutes in length each, that it's only going to take them 16 minutes to record these songs. Tell them that, you know, there's other things involved. The studio is just different than if somebody comes up and slaps some mics up while they're playing live, and where they may have 15 minutes of elapsed time. There's a lot more stuff involved. You want to tell them about the headphone mixes or monitor mixes, or if you decide if you want to charge for setup or teardown time in your studio. But there's things like overdubbing they may not be acquainted with, or actually trying to get the perfect take where the tape reveals exactly what they sound like. We all know that. And after maybe a playback or two, they say, we need to do that better. Make sure that they're rehearsed. So what I like to do is maybe, I'm just going to use this as rough guidelines here. For a band that's coming in just to do a demo, I might suggest that you allot maybe 2 to 3 to 4 hours to record your 3 to 4 4-minute songs. Then I would suggest that go ahead and spend the equal amount of time used for mixing. So now you got 3 to 4 hours, so maybe bump that up to 6 hours. So I think it's realistic with contemporary modern computer setups here that you could spend maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to record your, record a couple of demo songs that a band might use. Now, obviously, a couple people are going to be some studio veterans potentially coming to your studio, and they're going to have their way of doing things. So I think in your mind, you can go ahead and allow them to do that, but it's really up to you to go ahead and make sure that the flow of the session moves along at the best possible rate. Now, a couple of things about this time management. You go, well, okay, I want to watch the clock, but I don't advise actually having a clock hanging in your studio, especially if a band is paying by the hour, or a situation like that, because they're going to go ahead and be watching that clock rather than concentrating on their music. Now, I think you as the engineer should have a clock maybe discreetly put somewhere, or on your phone, or your wristwatch or whatever, so that you don't let the time get away from you. And this is where the experience of being an engineer comes in, to where if you're struggling on overdubs, trying to get that great killer guitar solo, or that really high part in a vocal phrase, and you're spending an exorbitant amount of time on that, which might only amount to a small portion, 30 seconds of recorded time, but you're spending an hour or 2 or 3 just on that, you're letting the time get away from you. And so realize that maybe that's something you need to save for a future session, or go with what you have, and then put on your producer hat and your therapist hat, and let them realize that the song is not about the solo, or the song isn't about that screeching high note. It's basically about the song. So you'll have to judge that, but make sure that you don't let the time just get away from you here. Make some realistic goals. Stick to it. Follow your scheduling. And this comes with experience. And the more sessions you'll do, you'll find this will become easier and easier to do. And quite frankly, if you can do these sort of things and come in under your goals, your customers are going to be happy for it. They're going to go, this engineer, he's fast, he's quick, he's efficient, he knows what we're doing. Plus, we're getting a fantastic product. Right, guys? Well, that's it for this video. We'll check you in the next one. Thanks a lot, guys.